Welcome to Stay Wavy TV. Enjoy and ride the wave.
Welcome to Stay Wavy TV.
Slide and drop. Lunge it. Wait, kill it. Go. Drop. Walking. Pitch it. 6. Pitch it. Watch it. I step back like I have my distance. That's why I step back. See, I have my distance. Fighters don't know their distance. You gotta know your distance.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has officially entered training camp for his upcoming 2 exhibition fights, one of them being against Iron Mike Tyson. And Floyd's looking sharp, man. Like, this kind of reminded me of back in the days, you know, when Floyd would have the fights on HBO and Showtime, and, you know, Floyd would be in training camp, working the pads. He'll be outside, you know, running around the neighborhood, running around the city. And this is a very motivational, inspirational video for me to watch, man, because, you know, Floyd Mayweather is basically 50 years old. And the fact that he has such a good work ethic, it goes to show why he's the greatest of all time, man. Like, a lot of these young dudes, like, they look up to Floyd. They want to be undefeated like Floyd. But when it comes into putting in that work and taking care of your body outside of boxing, a lot of these dudes don't do that, bro. Like, a lot of these dudes, bro, when they don't got fights coming up, they blow up in weight, they smoke weed, they drink alcohol, right? That's why Adrian Broner, who at one point in time was looked at as the second coming of Floyd Mayweather, you know, that's why Adrian Broner's career basically got ruined, because he started drinking lean. He started going to rap concerts and being a part-time rapper, part-time street nigga, part-time boxer. You feel me? And he ended up getting his ass whooped by Marcos Maidana. He lost to Manny Pacquiao. He lost to Sean Porter. And listen, I love Adrian Broner as a boxer. He fought everybody. He didn't duck smoke with anybody. But the number one thing that he lacked compared to Floyd was discipline and work ethic. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, I do think it is sad that Floyd has to come back and box at 50 years old. Like I said, he got 2 exhibition fights, and then after he fights Mike Tyson, he's returning to professional boxing, which means that he could possibly fight any of these dudes, bro. He may rematch Canelo. He could end up fighting a Shakur Stevenson, a Teofimo Lopez, a Gervonta Tate Davis, you know, he could fight any of these dudes, you know what I'm saying? But one thing I know about Floyd is he's smart, right? Like, just because he says he's coming back to professional boxing and he's putting his 50-0 record on the line, that doesn't mean that he's going to jump in the ring with one of these young, hungry lions. What I think is going to happen is, I think Floyd is going to fight somebody that he feels like is under his level, right? Like, he's probably going to rematch a Manny Pacquiao, because we've seen how Manny Pacquiao looked against Mario Barrios. He looked like a shell of himself, right? Even though a lot of his fans felt like he won that fight, Manny Pacquiao, he didn't look the same against Mario Barrios. The speed is gone. The defense was terrible in that fight. He kept getting hit to the body. So I do think Floyd is going to rematch Manny Pacquiao in a professional boxing fight. And I also think that Floyd is going to fight Jake Paul. Okay, Jake Paul, listen, bro, whether you like him or not, he brings a lot of eyes to the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? He beat Mike Tyson when everybody thought he was going to get knocked out. You feel me? He just fought Anthony Joshua when everybody said that he would never fight a young, active boxer like an Anthony Joshua. And he got his jaw broken. You feel me? So I think Floyd versus Jake Paul would be a good fight because Jake Paul is the bigger man. He's the taller man, right? And every boxer has a puncher's chance. If Jake could somehow land that right punch, you never know what could happen, bruh. So that's what I think is going to happen. I think he's going to fight Manny. I think he's going to fight Jake. And he may fight Conor McGregor again because that was such a big fight. And then I think Floyd is going to hang it up because at the end of the day, bruh, Floyd is trying to make that $300 million back, okay? He filed a lawsuit against Showtime, and he basically was saying that Al Heyman conspired with Steven Espinoza to basically snake him of $300 million. So Floyd's trying to make that money back, okay? He's going to make that money back fighting a Mike Tyson, a Jake Paul, a Manny Pacquiao. He is indeed going to make that money back. You know what I'm saying? Now, the real question is there a possibility that we could see Floyd fight Gervonta Tank Davis? I think that'll be I think that fight would be bigger than Floyd and Manny was. Because Gervonta Tank Davis, for those that don't know, Floyd Mayweather put him on. Floyd is the one that signed him and helped him become a pay-per-view star. But Gervonta Tank Davis has a lot of issues outside of the ring. He just had a draw against Lamont Roach Jr., who we brought up from 130 to 135. And, he was supposed to fight Jake Paul, but then he had that incident where he was on the run, hiding from the police before he turned himself into jail. So if you're Floyd Mayweather, you might be looking at Gervonta Tank Davis as a sweet lick. This dude basically switched up on you after you put him on. I think them dudes got a real personal dislike towards each other that I could see Floyd fighting Gervonta Tank Davis and pretty much ending Tank's career. Because let's be honest, guys. If Tank was to fight Floyd, right, he would make both of these, Tank would make the biggest payday of his career. But if Tank loses to a 50-year-old Floyd Mayweather, it's over, bro. Your career is done. You're done. Nobody would ever take Gervonta Tank Davis serious ever again if he was to lose to a 50-year-old. But I think Tank feels like he will win that fight. I think Tank would take the fight with Floyd, and I think he would go into that fight 100% confident, feeling like he's going to win that fight. But I would pick Floyd even at 49.50 to beat Tank, bro. I just feel like Floyd is just too skilled, bro. Defense is just too sharp. Jab is still too sharp. You feel me? If Tank can't really knock you out, bro, you know what I'm saying? That's what we seen, bro. You look at the fights with Tank and Pitbull Cruz and Tank and Lamont Roach. When he can't bully you, when he can't intimidate you, when he can't knock you out, he starts to look very sloppy in that ring, bro. And I think that's what Floyd would do. I think Floyd would just make Tank, look like an average boxer, in my opinion. So we'll see what happens, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. It's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV. Are you guys excited that Floyd Mayweather is returning to boxing? Let me know in the comment section. Click that subscribe button. Thumbs up the video. Hype the video. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out.
Welcome to Stay Wavy TV. Enjoy and ride the wave.